जहाँ पाँव में पायल हाथ में कंगन हो माथे पे बिंदिया. It happens only in India. It happens only in India. जहाँ पाँव में पायल हाथ में कंगन हो माथे पे बिंदिया. It happens only in India. It happens only in India. जहाँ जंग पे जाए सिपाही तो खुद सजनी तिलक लगाए. जहाँ जंग पे जाए सिपाही तो खुद सजनी तिलक लगाए. मुंह से तो कुछ ना बोले चुपके चुपके नीर बहाए. जहाँ जंग पे जाए सिपाही तो खुद सजनी तिलक लगाए. मुंह से तो कुछ ना बोले चुपके चुपके नीर बहाए. और अश्कों से अपने लिख कर भेजे प्यार की चिट्ठियां. It happens only in India. It happens only in India. जहाँ दिन निकले सुनकर शलोक गुरबानी और अजान. जहाँ दिन निकले सुनकर शलोक गुरबानी और अजान. जहाँ मजहब से ऊंचा है इंसान सारे एक समान. अरे आज नहीं है साच को चाहे देख ले सारी दुनिया. It happens only in India. It happens only in India.
Hi, this is Kavitha Kalvakuntla, Member of Parliament from south of India, the newest state Telangana, and I truly appreciate the presence of the large NRI community here or Indian community here, and the contribution made by the Indians back home is also tremendous. We all respect your hard work and we all appreciate your effort that you are making to make the name of India shine across the globe. And as a member of parliament, I would like to appeal to the entire Indian diaspora. Please do come back to India. Please do invest in India. And please do make, there is a new Prime Minister. There are many new states who are competing and forming out best of the industrial policies. So please do come back to India, invest more, and also especially in social service area, social sector area, health area. We need a lot more support from the Indian diaspora out here. And in the fields of cultural exchange also, we are somehow lacking when it comes to countries like Latin American countries when we compare in USA. So I would really request all of you to take our culture forward. Every state has a unique and a diverse culture. All of that needs to be represented and presented very well here in the USA. Thank you.
It was a wonderful event and wonderful person who visited us today. That is no other than our great leader, the dynamic, the young parliamentarian from Nizamabad, Telangana state, Miss Kavitha Kalvakuntla, the daughter of the great leader KCR, the Chief Minister of Telangana state. You know, there was a wonderful meeting between the Mexican community as well as Indian community, along with our Honorable Consul General Awsaf Saeed Saab was here, and we're trying to, make a government-to-government, business trade relationship between the country of Mexico and India, of course, starting with the state of Telangana. This was a wonderful opportunity. Lot of community leaders, lot of business leaders came in today, and it was nice of Kavitha to spend so much time with us. And secondly, she also wanted to promote the Jagruti organization here in US, which she has just launched in New Jersey. And with that, she wanted to bring all the Telugu community under one umbrella. And just like Gujaratis have this Garba festival, Punjabis has Baisakhi festival. Same thing in the southern India, especially Telangana state. We have this Batkama festival. So she wants to have the Batkama festival along with every other community in US, whether they are Gujarati, Punjabi, Bengali, or Kerala, or anybody. We all come and celebrate the great event called Batkama festival during the new year. And this is her mission, and we wish her good lucks. And once again, thanks everyone, especially Council General and many other leaders who came today to attend this event. Thank you. Long live Indo-American friendship. Jai Hind. So first of all, on behalf of the Chicago Telugu community, Urdu community, and Chicago Gujarati community, and others, we welcome the most dynamic, young member of parliament, parliamentarian, Dr. Kavitha, K. Kavitha.
The first woman.
Yeah, first woman, and definitely the daughter of the most dynamic chief minister, the person who fought more than 12-14 years to achieve the statehood. Finally, June 2nd, which was the last year that we achieved the statehood, that also happened to be my birthday, but that's the day we got the Telangana state. And then, and I know the family for so many years, and every time, I see them speaking, they speak with so emotion, and so much goes in there that it's amazing that how much passion they have. We have gathered for two reasons. I wanted to make sure that Kavitha meets some business people, as well as I always say in every speech, we never had such a wonderful Council General who's so helpful, so friendly with the community. It doesn't matter whether you are Hyderabadi or Gujarati, Punjabi, the doors are open for them, and a lot of my Gujarati friends could vote for it. That, of course, the mission of Kavitha ji coming to US and Chicago is to talk about a big event, just like our friend Gujarati, they do Garba. In South India, we have a wonderful event which is called Batkama festival during Navratri time also, same time. And definitely, we want to bring this Batkama event to US. And I think, she has launched already the Jagruti US, and definitely every city will participate. And I think it will be a wonderful thing that we'll all should have the same event, like, Navratri. Like I attend every Navratri function, Garba function, and every year, right in Chicago, we see more than at least 30 Navratri events right here in Chicago. But here, what we are trying to do, Ata, Tana, THGC, Cheetah, Nata, these are all like 70, 80. Apna, yes, Apna has been dissolved, the name has been changed to Telangana Association of North America. He always teases me, but and so many Telugu associations, over 80 associations have joined hands with Jagruti to do this function, not as a separate, but under one umbrella, that is Jagruti USA umbrella. They are ready to do, and we will definitely launch. If not next year, I think will be a great. And we'll rope in the president, we'll rope in the first lady, we'll make this big event. And amongst us today, I'm very proud to have our ex-Cicero mayor, Mr. Ramirez Gonzalez. Please come here, Ramirez ji. And Ramirez, disappeared from Chicago for a while. And guess what he did? After disappearing from Chicago, he went to Mexico, and he brought a new president there. And with his help, with his support, a new president just got elected in Mexico. And Mexico has not done business with India so far. And now is the time. With my friend, he will definitely initiate as a close person to the president of Mexico. He will not only do it in India, but I want him to start in our state, which is the newly formed state. Telangana state will be the new project we will do in Telangana. And on the same note, we have amongst with us who has a big project which privately they will talk. we're talking about 20 billion investment in the solar power right here in Telangana state and other state also definitely. But if we could spend that much of money at the rate of less than $5 per watt, I think it's affordable solar power. Solar is affordable, and to watch is I have among us also a solar expert, president of a company, and also the future congressman who has already thrown his hat, Raja Krishnamurthy, which has a good chance of winning this time because of Tammy Duckworth, who is going for U.S. Senate. So now he's taking on the Congress. So we'll have our voice. South India voice will be there. We already have Amy Bera. We have Hawaiian Congress Tulsi Gabbard, and now Raja Krishnamurthy will join the wagon. So we'll have 3 congressmen hopefully in another 1 year, 1.5 years. And also want to, before I forget, definitely want to thank all the media who are here, especially so late waiting for him. These guys are so busy, but yet they came. India Tribune, Prashant Shah, Hi India, Hemant Brahmbad Bhai is here, and of course representing India Post, Siddiqui Bhai, and also representing Urdu Times, and Desi Talk, Bhailal Patel, and representing the FIA also, and Suresh Bodiwala, Asia Times, who also writes for Chicago Tribune, and many other here. All are community leaders who are here, and definitely I would like to bring. I know Council General got to go. We are here leisurely. Once we're going to talk about business and all that. But CG had such a busy schedule. Even yesterday I saw him. He went to so many events. And how many? 3 events he went to? Yes, Yeah. And I was there with him for 2 events at least. But wonderful man who finished all his busy day, then went home for a few minutes and came back. And while we were late, he did a smart thing, is going out a little bit shopping in the area and came right back. So that shows the love for his own state, Telangana state. Dr. Asaf Saeed, please with your applause.
The Honorable Member of Parliament from Telangana to Chicago, of course, our Africa Sharif Sahab has made an elaborate arrangement inviting all the who's who here. It's a great pleasure. I had the opportunity to meet the Chief Minister of Telangana and also the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh during my last visit during December. We had extensive discussions and there were certain specific proposals which we discussed. In fact, there are tremendous opportunities for promoting trade and partnerships between US Midwest and our region there, Andhra Pradesh. And I had also explained there the possibilities of collaborations in educational institutions. There are so many educational institutions which are there, and since Hyderabad is being rechristened as the capital of Telangana, future capital now, of course it's a joint capital, there are lots of opportunities that way. And I think the Chief Minister mentioned to me about the water grid they want to make it in Hyderabad, because in Hyderabad we had been having a shortage of water, so there are a lot of purification of lakes is one such thing. So there are many opportunities. Again, very recently, President of the Purdue University had gone to Hyderabad, but he couldn't meet this side of the capital, but he went to the other side, met Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu there. So we have tremendous institutions here, very good institutions in the Midwest, where we can actually collaborate. Purdue is one, University of Chicago is another one, then University of Illinois is there, Urbana-Champaign, all Michigan State University. So these are like top universities which are there. A lot of research is going on in these institutions. I also see tremendous synergy between the two regions, because the governors of these states, they also want to lead trade missions to India. And definitely among the states which they would like to visit, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Maharashtra, these are the states which they want to make. So I think we can capitalize on this. In fact, I had extended invitation to the Honorable Chief Minister to lead a trade mission here, because to tap this synergy which is there. So this could be another good opportunity for that. We already have some investors who would like to invest in this in the state of Telangana, of course, both in solar and infrastructure. We are mounting a delegation too, so they would also like to visit. In fact, the Chief Minister had nominated his principal secretary in his office is a nodal person for this. But we would be more than happy if there are some specific proposals which are imminent, so that we could kind of promote your state, because we did do it for the state of Gujarat. We had this investment delegation from Gujarat. We are having next month investment delegation from Rajasthan. We are organizing for them something in Detroit. We also the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh led a delegation recently to New York. So I think we will be more than happy to do it for you. The advantage for the state is that tremendous amount of goodwill the Indian community, the Indian diaspora has. After the Gujarati brothers, the Andhrites are, when I say together, Andhra and Telangana, they are the number 2, and then the community is very, very empowered. So I think this is the advantage which we have. And this is the advantage we can capitalize on, because the Indian diaspora is definitely a resource. And I'm sure the Chief Minister and yourself, after interacting with them, would know. I would be more than happy to be of any assistance to the state. And I also like to share one thing for the benefit of all that. Under the current Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, the specific interest is for collaboration with the states. In a very active manner, the federal government collaborating with the state. So recently the government had created a states division in the Ministry of External Affairs, which was not there before, with the purpose of exclusively liaising with the states, and each of the diplomatic officers have been asked to choose 2 states so that they can be as a mentor and also a bridge. So the state could be their state, the home state and all. So in my case, since I have chosen, when I was born and then I came here, I was like, came from a united Andhra Pradesh, so I couldn't choose between Andhra and Telangana. So I've given both the states as my preferred states as a mentor. Not that I'm overlooking the other, but then each one of us are asked to kind of specialize. So you have a resource person in that sense as a person belonging to that area. So we could always be as a bridge to the state. So please feel free if there is anything which we can discuss. And if you want to discuss specific issues, I'll be available anytime. So you could kind of get in touch. I'll give you my contact details and other things. And of course, you have Mr. Sharif and all other friends who you know. So thank you again for inviting me. And then I had heard about you while I was there in Hyderabad. I couldn't get an opportunity to meet, but I did meet the Chief Minister it was more than a half-an-hour meeting, and it was a wonderful meeting, your father. And I think he is a man visionary who has brought about a lot of change and a lot of respect he has in the communities, all communities apart. So that is something great of a leader. When every community member talks good about him. So this is what I had heard about him. So I think we look forward to the day when he would like to visit this region, and I would encourage them. And also last thing is that we have a sister city relationship between Hyderabad and Indianapolis, which is a very active relationship. There is a sister city relationship between Schaumburg and Hyderabad. But these relationships have to be further strengthened, because these relationships are between the cities, so it's basically the mayors. But the concept of mayor is different, because the mayors are very powerful, they have their own budgets, sometimes they're more powerful than even the governors in some cases. But so I think we need to understand this and also take advantage of the best practices in this part of the world, and especially in the context of Hyderabad, it will be very, very useful. Mayor Ballard of Indianapolis had visited Hyderabad twice, but we didn't have a return visit from the Hyderabad mayor this side, I think, in the recent past. So this is also another opportunity. Thank you again.
The business between the 2 countries, especially Telangana and of course our neighbor state also. On that context, I would like to hear from the vision of I'm so excited because Mexico never did business with India, and neither India did. Maybe on a private level, but not on government level. So with the so close man to the new president of Mexico, Ramirez, who was also the mayor of Cicero, and who moved and helped the new president become the president. And now we need to hear from him as to what we could do together. First, we're going to start with the state of Telangana.
And I have 2 umbilical cords. I have one in Mexico, where I was born, and Chicago, where I grew up. I've been here for 40 years. and that creates who we are, the two cultures, the two countries, and we have a responsibility to both. And I think that's very important that you spoke like that, because that's what I preach every day. I have a responsibility here, and I have a responsibility in Mexico, and this is my 27th year actually getting involved in the community here in Chicago with the Mexican community and other communities to be able to form alliances, not only in business but culturally. I welcome the opportunity to be, in your country one day, in India, and then
in her state,
and then maybe first we go to Mexico, because obviously everybody is very proud of their own little territory, right? So I welcome you to Mexico first. How's that? And all of you. Business is obviously very important for a lot of countries, but with change of government comes a lot of responsibility, and with that responsibility, the TV program is more important than going to vote, and that's the unfortunate part. But today, welcome, and I welcome the opportunity to continue working with you. And Fred, always we have a friend here.
Definitely. We'll start the dialogue. We'll start the conversation. If nothing, we'll start first with the state-to-state relationship,
Definitely.
Mexico state to Telangana state, and if not, Mexico City to Hyderabad city, somehow like that, and we'll get closer. And we definitely want to create a history that Mexico and Hyderabad both did business together.
Definitely.
So that's what we will definitely work on.
You know, you're in the company of somebody, namely Iftikhar Sharif and Asif Saeed, who are really salt of the earth. And to make that very clear, they are people that a lot of people in this room look up to, respect, admire, and so it's, you know, you're really being escorted by some of the best people in Illinois. And also around this room, I hope you have a chance to meet everybody here, because each and every single person in this room has made such a big contribution to our state and to our city. And I hope that you have an opportunity to hear their ideas for how India and the United States can become closer together. I am running for the United States Congress, and I should take some lessons from you, but there's only one Indian American in the US Congress today. And so it would be nice if we had another and another and another. And I hope to be one of many in future years. But just so you know, a lot of people in my district ask me all the time, you know, what does Raja Krishnamurthy mean? What the heck does that mean? Where did you get that name? And I say it's very simple. Madam Parliamentarian, what I tell them is, translated from an ancient Indian language, it means Congressman for the 8th District of Illinois. And so, anyway, I'm honored to be here. I do run a solar company. I have to say, on a more serious note, that solar energy is the energy of the future. Today, 0.4% of the world's energy comes from the sun. But by 2050, which we will all see in our lifetimes, 20% of the world's energy will come from solar power. So in that time, trillions of dollars of wealth will be created. Millions of Indians and Americans will benefit from being able to produce power themselves. And if any of you want to get involved in this industry, now is the time. And I hope that you get involved in Telangana, you get involved in Illinois and the United States. So with that, I just thank you so much for allowing me to be here. Thank you.
Well, now the grand finale, let's bring the dynamic personality of India, the first time parliamentarian, but what people have to say about her. Everyone who meets her says, oh, you are great on that particular subject. You were so explained so nicely on different issues. So I think her hard work, who started off with the Jagruti Association, the Jagruti Foundation, Jagruti, which is basically a women's empowerment organization. She started off learning her political career while hearing from the great leader like KCR, and also Harish Rao, who is her cousin, and her brother KTR, who were all on ministry. And I think it's wonderful to have that type of atmosphere in the home, that you will learn from all these things. And let me bring you and share the vision of why she is here on Jagruti, and also what she is looking for India and what she is looking for Telangana state. Please give your applause.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. All the distinguished guests, particularly the Consul General and our friend from Mexico and future congressman, community. It is always good to meet more politicians. You feel home somehow. so it's very good to meet you. And of course, many people and friends of Apna Iftikhar Bhai, all the people in media and the respectful people from the city. Good evening to all of you. I come from the newest state of India. I very proudly say wherever I go. I was at Princeton in one of the leadership programs that our Indian Parliament had sent about 6 MPs here to speak more about India-US relations, or the China's growing threat and how do we counter it by empowering India more. So I believe our Consul General and representatives from this diaspora probably could take up issues like this, where in the US, how do we look at India and India's relation, particularly with a dynamic Prime Minister like Narendra Modi ji, who has been probably one of the, I would say till date, one of the only Prime Minister who has visited so many countries, who is focusing more on foreign policy. All of us today here know, from every background we are here. We know globally we are growing. Communication has become so easy, and now there is no physical boundaries. So relationship between the countries matters the most. And I, as a parliamentarian of India, from India, would really want to learn more from probably the Consul General what is happening onto, and need to focus more on that. And of course there are community issues again here. The moment we came in, many of our community people like the Indians all over the United States has expressed their concern on the ratio of the H1 visas versus the green card not matching, and why it is taking maybe tens of years, I believe 10-15 years for few people to even get the green card, while the Chinese get it in 2 months. So something is wrong definitely. So we need to consider that. And another, of course, red alert for all the parliamentarians here today. The Chinese premier is visiting Pakistan and funding them about $46 billion. Dollars. So that is a huge concern for India. So when it comes to international politics, since the major press is here, we would really want to, as you are the Indian voice, we really want you to focus more on these issues, because India today is focusing on foreign policy. But yes, United States has to also hold hands of India, walk with us, and make sure that Asia's power is balanced in a proper way between China and India. Otherwise, it is not safe for US, it is not safe for anybody. And the kind of attitude that Pakistan had shown both towards the United States and India, and now the mischief that it is playing in China, it becomes all the more important. So I would really humbly request the Consul General and also the entire press present here to focus on those issues. And of course, apart from that, our newest state, whenever there is something new, you have a great chance to begin again, fresh ideas, lot of energy, enthusiasm. As I can see, my friend from Mexico, he has a great, zeal to focus and speak more about his country. Same way, I also have a wonderful energy. There's a good synergy between the Prime Minister Modi and also our Chief Minister. Both of them are equally dynamic, both of them communicate very well, both of them talk to each other also. And the new Prime Minister also has a vision of redefining the federal concept in India. He says he wants to give more freedom to the states, and that is why the result is, a separate department or probably a division is formed in the External Affairs Ministry. So I hope it will take us to the next level. As in next level, yes, business is very important, but technology is also important. And few hiccups between the policy, the relation between India and the United States, where certain items are still banned to be export, and certain areas of business we still have to explore. I mean, I would be particularly talking more about Telangana has coal, Telangana has steel, Telangana has two major rivers in which hydropower can be harnessed in a very serious way, and of course we are open for any solar initiatives and we welcome them. So these areas, if we could have a strategic alliance probably between the state governments and our state government, or between the United States federal government and our government, it will be a great help. And of course on the social sector, health is a major point of view. Although we are very good in pharma, Hyderabad is only number 2 to Surat. Surat and Hyderabad are both the major producers of pharmacy for the world, and we are giving about 80% of medicine to the world. But we lack health infrastructure, which is a serious concern. And in areas like those, we would like to take United States as a model, who spend more money on the social service, social security areas. In a new state, we had a chance to enhance the social security from 200 rupees to 1000 rupees. So we are able to take a better care of our old people. We are able to take a better care of our physically challenged people. But it has to be more, it has to grow more. And that will only grow more when strategic and research partnerships develop between the institutes here and back home. And I am particularly here, especially in Chicago, on the same mission. I am trying to tie up tomorrow. In fact, I am signing an MOU between the Chicago State University and Telangana University, which is there in my constituency. This is a very humble beginning, but I envisage great partnerships across the United States with many universities, many state universities that are present in my state, in the 10 districts. That way, information exchange, student exchange, teacher exchange, all these programs will definitely gain a new momentum, and I'm sure it will rise into the next level. Business and the ease of doing business, again the synergy between the central government and the state government can be seen. Central government is also talking about doing away with many laws, many stale laws, which continuously hinder the businessmen, and then these guys don't come back. I mean, you are in business in Hyderabad, so as many people. They would also know there are many hindrances. So state government also had done very, I would say, industrial friendly policy, which has just come out from the Telangana government. It has been greatly appreciated, and it has been taken a model in various other states in India also. So I hope we can work out a sister city relationship with Chicago as well. I believe I'm also meeting the mayor tomorrow if possible. So we can take it to the next level, and the new concept of smart cities that central government is trying to promote, I believe in areas of technology we should also tie up there, and a smart city of course should have solar power, a smart city of course should have good housing, affordable housing facilities. So all these concepts can be taken as a model from the United States, few cities which are doing it in a great way. And especially Chicago, I take great inspiration from Chicago, because although it fell once, it was caught in fire. Everybody talk about 1871. So after that also it rose up like phoenix. It really grew. So that inspires us, and hopefully Hyderabad, after 60 years now, we are independent. We are able to take our own decisions. We will also grow. That is the idea, and we seek your cooperation from each one of you present in this small little gathering. I really seek your cooperation, and would be on a personal level also discuss a lot more issues. And thank you so much, Iftikhar bhai, for organizing this wonderful gathering. Thanks again.
And I can't forget all my FIA people who are here at this late night, all the trustees of FIA, especially my good friend and the trustee senior Kanti Patel, Bhailal Patel, and of course trustee Kirti Ravuri, who generally do vote of thanks.
I know.
And on behalf of FIA, please
Past president.
Yes, presentation of shawl and a bouquet. And
Yes,
if I
please.
request the FIA 2 trustees to join, please.
On behalf of the Federation of Indian Associations, a 35-year-old community premier organization, it gives me incredible honor and a pleasure to welcome Madam Kavitha, the outstanding dynamic parliamentarian. And she's also the first daughter of the state of Telangana. And I had the good fortune of interacting with her on several Telangana issues. she is truly passionate about her issues. As she's seen this evening, how well she articulated. She has a wide spectrum of knowledge, the wealth of knowledge, the wisdom. And I think, and everything packed in such a young age, I think is an outstanding testimony to her outstanding leadership. Let's hear it for Kavitha ji.
Yeah.
With that being said, I just want to have Kamj and everybody join.
Thank you.
हो मारे या कोई मारे ना, यहाँ अपनी भी थोड़ी अदा थोड़ा अंदाज है। ऐसे हैं चाहे वैसे हैं, अरे जो भी हैं जैसे हैं, खुद पे हमें नाज है। जाने ना हमको ये ज़माना, चाहो तो हमको आज़माना। यारबाज़ हम, चालसाज़ हम, इश्क़बाज़ दिल वाले, कहते हैं हमको प्यार से इंडिया वाले, छू लेते दिल के तार से इंडिया वाले, हर जीत छीन ले हार से इंडिया वाले, दुश्मन के छक्के छुड़ा दे हम इंडिया वाले, दुश्मन के छक्के छुड़ा दे हम इंडिया वाले।
आँखों की चाबी से, थोड़ा बेताबी से, चुपके से खोले दिलों के ताले, जाने तेरे